Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I am Meadsyreplays and we are back with the T28 Defender. It is now in stores and you can buy it for 17,000 gold. Or you could buy the bundle with the IS3 Defender for 27,000 gold. So it's a bit pricey, but that is roughly the going rate now for a T8 Premium, and I like this tank. I've wanted this tank since I first found out it was coming, since Wargaming showed me a picture a few months ago. I really wanted it just for the picture. Now, the DPM on this thing is 2,135, which is better than the IS3 Defender, but it's not as good as the T28 prototype. However, the penetration on this is T225. Again, it is better than the IS3 Defender. 400 alpha with a 5.34 rate of fire, and that gives it a 20.4 second reload. It has got 3 shells. It is 6.7 seconds in between each shell, whereas the Defender, the IS3 Defender, is 7.5, and it's a 120mm gun, whereas the Defender is 122. The shell velocity, however, is much worse than the Defender. The aim time, 2.57, much better than the Defender. Dispersion, 0.372, again, better than the Defender. And you can actually really tell the difference. It's not much better than the Defender, but it feels so much more nicer than it is. You get some snapshots, you get some shots that the IS3 Defender will just not get. It also has a lovely 10 degrees of gun depression. The hull armor 203 and the turret is 215. So the hull is better than the Defender and the turret is slightly worse. The speed is 30, whereas the Defender is 40 and the T28 prototype is 20. So it's literally in the middle of them both. And it doesn't feel too slow, to be honest. It doesn't feel too slow. The camo, just like the IS3, I love the camo. And when I first got shown this picture of the tank around 2 months ago now, I wanted it just for its looks. I love the look of the IS3 Defender, and I just think the camo is just gorgeous, and it does look a really, really nice tank. As said, the armor isn't the greatest, but you can pull off some bounces. Hold down, it's got 10 degrees of gun depression, so you're going to get some bounces. And we have 4 replays for you today. One of them, which is mine, which is this battle you've seen here, and just little things, just like that shot. Now, the IS3 Defender will probably miss that shot like 9 times out of 10. It really would. And even sometimes when you're fully aimed in, it just misses. Now, I've had like 1,400 battles in Defender. It's probably, I think it's my second most played tank. But that was back then when it first come out. I loved it. When you can run 2 Defenders in a platoon, and it was completely OP. But now, I never play my Defender. I've just got bored of it. I don't really like it. And the accuracy for me is just, the penetration isn't great, along with the accuracy. Whereas this, it just feels a lot different. The reload in the intra-clip is, as I've said, 6.7 seconds, which is much better than the Defender. The full reload, 20 seconds, better than the Defender. And it just feels a lot nicer. 3.3k damage there. We get the ace, 76,000 credits, easy to ace, 1,086 XP. Hardly anyone has got the tank, so it's not too difficult to ace. Now, moving on to the next battle, we have a friend of mine, which is Ian. He sent me a couple of replays, just so it was easier for me to get footage, because I wanted to get the video out. I don't want to be sitting there all day playing the tank when I'm at work. I've got other footage to record. So I did get a couple of replays from other people that they sent me, which is perfect to use in the video. Now, he's on mines and he's pushed the hill, and as I've said, it's got 10 degrees of gun depression, and when you use that gun depression, you can get some bounces. Now, the IS3 on the enemy team just pokes up a little bit too much and he gets absolutely wrecked. They are 1 tank down, however, but you can see they've got the hill, and it's pushing the heavies up to look at that the E25 that is on the hill. So they are focusing the E25, which means Ian can get some shots into the side of them. Now, the E25 does push a little bit too much, but he's not in no danger. Now, they are playing a bit passive. He's only got one shot out so far. He's done a reload. He's got 3 shells. He gets 1 on that T28-1. And again, the IS-3, he just decided he gets bored. He goes on a YOLO run. Ian gets the bounce, and now the IS-3 is just going to get taken out. Stupid move from the IS-3. And now he's on a 20-second reload. Now, what I like doing on an autoloader, obviously, you need protection when you're reloading. You're reloading for 20 seconds. That's a long time to be reloading. So there's two things you can either do. You could either, this J Panther, I don't know why people do it. Can't you see there's a tank? And he's just completely ignoring Ian's in a T28 Defender. However, he takes out the T34-1. So when you're reloading, there's 2 things you can either do. You can back up and make sure you've got cover, or you can be aggressive and sort of push up on the enemy so they don't know that you're actually reloading. If I see a tank like an IS3 Defender, Batcher, anything like that's got an autoloader that's pushing on me, I'm automatically going to think he's reloaded. Now, sometimes when you've got a good player on the enemy team, they know that you're reloading, so you can push him and it might not pay off. Whereas other tanks, if you push them, they should start backing up because they think you're going to shoot them. They don't know you're on a 20-second reload. So that way is a bit risky. So you've got to be prepared to either lose some hit points, or it could go your way and they could back up and they won't push you when you're on that 20-second reload. So he's had a great game, 3.3k damage. He's blocked 840 damage. Now, he does mess up a little bit here. He's just done a reload. He's got 3 shells remaining. He's using the APCR. There is the enemy T28 Defender there. That's across the river. He's going to get 1 shot in, but because the T28 Defender's side, Ian now switches to AP. But as he switches to AP, he puts himself on a full reload. So now he hasn't got that shot into the side of him. He's on a 20-second reload, and he can't do nothing. Whereas he could have shot him already. He could have almost shot him again, but he's got to wait for that reload. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds, and just as he reloads, the T28 Defender is a 1-shot. So he did miss out on a little bit of damage there, just for that little error, but he still finishes on 3.9k damage. He earns 60,000 credits, 1132 XP. Not a bad battle at all. And again, moving on, False Creek, we have Ian again, and this battle is going to show you pretty much the armor at its finest. And you can see there, 400 already blocked damage. He gets his track destroyed, but the Tiger 2, now this is what I mean, you won't get that shot into the Tiger 2's hatch in an IS3 Defender. It's probably 1 out of 10 you're going to get that shot into that Defender, into that Tiger 2 in a IS3 Defender. So he's got 1 shot, he's got 1 block damage. Again, 220 block damage there. He gets a nice shot into the louver. He does have to be careful because there is quite a few tanks over there that can deal some damage. Again, 310 block damage. The VK100 pokes out sideways. Big mistake from him, and he gets a shot into the side. So now Ian is on a reload, and he's using this hard cover. He's using this hard cover, which is perfect. No one's going to shoot you. He pokes forward, and he's got 3 seconds to left to reload. He's got a high roll in and he gets a 500 max roll into the J Panther. So nice shot there, pushes his damage up to 1600. He's blocked 930. That's the first damage he's taken from the J Panther, but he does clear him up. Another block damage there from the VK100. So that pushes up to 13 block damage. He gets himself 16, and that was a nice shot, lovely shot into that VK. And again, he's going to go for he's got the full reload now, so he's hiding behind the building. He's trying to bait the shots, which you can see him just pushing forward and pushing back. He's trying to bait the shots. Sometimes that can pay off, sometimes it doesn't. If they're fully aimed in and they're waiting for you to push up, you can suffer from it. So he's now he's got 3 shells in his clip. He's going to wait for the VK to push around, which he does, but unfortunately he gets a bounce, but he got another bounce in return. So that pushes up to 1800 blocked damage, and he's just got himself over 2000. So it is 6 on 6 He's got 2 shells remaining. He's looking at where he can go. The J-Panther 2 is dead. The VK pulls out again sidewards, and Ian gets a shot into him. Now, I don't know why the VK just don't side scrape against that building. This could have been a completely different battle if that VK would side scrape instead of pulling out sideways. And it's now 6 on 4. So Ian's going to wait to reload, 10 seconds on the reload. He's going to wait, and they are going to start pushing. They've got the Tiger 2 that's lost half of his health. You've got the Louver there that's lost half of his health. And he's got the VK 100. Now, he does get a bounce on the Louver, but again, he gets a bounce in return. And now the Tiger 2 decides to go back with his team, but he does get shot from Ian. And now they can start pushing. There's a T44 here. There's a RU that is flanking around. So they can start pushing. They've got hit points. They've got the guns. They've got the tanks. So they're going to start pushing. The T28 Defender on the enemy team is a one-shot. It's now 4 on 4, but 3 of them are a one-shot. And he's going to get very unfortunate any second now. He misses the shot on the VK 100. He's got 2 shells remaining, sorry. The Tiger 2 is gone. Again, just as he shoots, the Louver pulls back and he only manages to track him. So he's now got 1 shell. He needs to take out a tank because he's going to be on a 20-second reload. And that's exactly what he does. He takes out that VK. 2 tanks remaining now, and they are both very low hit points. So he's still got 10 seconds left on his reload. He's done 3,000 damage. He's got 2,600 block damage. He's just about to reload. Is he going to get a shot into the Louver? Yes, he is. 351. The VK100 takes out the Louver, which now just leaves the T28 Defender on a one-shot. He's going to use the APCR just to make sure he penetrates him, and he takes him out for his 3rd kill. So that battle, 2,600 block damage. He gets himself 3,600 damage. Again, he gets the ace, 1,255 XP, easy ace at the minute, and 45,000 credits. So very well played, Ian. Thanks for sending me those replays, mate. I appreciate it. 600 assistant damage on top. Now, the last battle, we have Scorpio. And again, just like Ian's, he plays it very, very strong. He uses the armor and the accuracy on this battle, that some of the shots he has, as I've said, the IS3 Defender would never, ever get. Now, he's going to push forward. This is where I go in medium tanks. I don't rarely go here in heavies or TDs, but it is a great position. And straight away, the T28 prop there gets a nice side shot into him. He's opened up the IS2 up there, and some of the shots he's going to get now, excuse me, a lovely shot on that T28 now. And again, he's got 1 shell remaining. The IS2 is pushing. There's a Tiger 2 pushing. He's going to poke out, and he's just going to get that snapshot into that Tiger 2. So he's loaded. He's loading. He's got 3 shells shot. They've all penned, and it does 1,100 damage. And the accuracy just seems so much better in this than the IS3. But looking at the stats, it's literally only just better. But it just feels so much more better. It goes where you want it to go, and you don't have to fully aim it in to get that shot. Now, he puts the IS2 down to a 1-shot. There is the Tiger 2 that is pushing up. He's got 2 shells remaining. Is he going to get a shot into him? Yes, he is. Now, you shouldn't be getting that. It's just insane. The accuracy just is insane. Now, out of these shots, there's probably 3 of them that shouldn't have hit. That if you was in a Defender, that would have just gone way past where you aimed the gun. So his team are now down 1, the enemy are down 1, so he's going to go and help, or not yet, but he will go and help his team to the left. So there is a WZ111 1G, so he's going to start pushing left. He's got no shots, which is fine. If you've got no shots, then move. He takes out the IS2, and the WZ Chinese TD is going to start pushing. So he can see him, and he can see that he is isolated. He can see that he's on his own. He's using his minimap awareness. There is the SU-152 there. Again, a snapshot into him, and it manages to penetrate. So he's like wasted none of his shells at the moment. Everything has hit exactly where he's wanted them to go. Now the WZ is pushing the T49, and the T49 has baited him to come out, which allows Scorpio to get one shot into him. However, he is now on a reload, so he's going to back up. He's not going to get shot. It's still 5 on 5. There is an Emil here, and now as he's reloading, he's going to go and help his team to the left. They are very low hit points. The Chrysler gets taken out. There is a Tiger 2 that is very low hit points, but he is there now. 500 high roll into the T34. The Tiger 2 does get taken out. However, Scorpio has got 2 shells remaining. He gets another one into the T34, so he's got 1 left. He's going to aim at the T34. The T34 misses him. He gets his final shot into the T34. So now there's 3 tanks here. It's 2 on 5, but there's 2 tanks over here that is a 1 shot. And you can see he's not running away. He is standing his ground. He's hiding behind the rock, and he's going to wait to reload. He can take out 2 tanks in 1 clip easy. So, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So he takes out the T28 prop, gets a couple of bounces as he's doing that. So he's still full hit points, and they've now bring it down to a 2 versus 3, and it will soon be a 2 versus 2 just after he takes out the T34. So he's got 1 shell remaining in his clip. He's got the Emil for backup behind him, and the Tiger 2 again, he misses his shot, so now he is going to start pushing him. There is still the WZ TD, but he's a 1 shot, so he's not got nothing to worry about. And now they're going to start pushing together. You can see he didn't want to push the Tiger 2 because he has only 1 shell, but then he starts reloading. And just before he reloads, he gets to the Tiger 2. He gets a bounce, which means he can get a track shot in, and the Emil can take him out. And that's pretty much all he's going to do. The Emil takes out the final tank, and he finishes on 4.7k damage, 131,000 credits. 1419 XP. So that is the T28 Defender. I love this tank. I think it's really good. As I've said, the price is 17,000, which is a bit high. So I'm not going to go out and say, buy this tank, it's a great tank. If you've got 17,000 to spare, then you're getting a nice tank. But for now, I'm Meadsy69, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all soon.